Are these films having an effect on our youth? Why do so many young girls want to be princesses, idolizing their every words? The girls and the boys acting out their favorite fantasies.
I can't fly. You can't fly.
I can fly.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't.
You can't. I can. I'm telling you, I can fly along this room.
My eyes closed.
Okay then, Mr. Lightbeer.
Prove it.
Science might have an answer for why we imitate what we see.
This is brand new science. This is just out of the lab. We may have some special circuitry in our brains that helps us whenever we look at each other. Well, as it happens, scientists have an explanation for this strange ability to connect. It's new. And it began entirely by accident at a laboratory in the lovely old city of Parma, Italy, where a group of brain researchers was working with monkeys. And they were testing a neuron, that's a brain cell, that always made this sound, whenever the monkey would grab for a peanut. So the lab had all these peanuts around, and whenever the monkey made its move, the neuron would fire. Scientists thought, now here's a neuron that is essential to motion. It's a motor neuron. Then one day the monkey was just sitting around, not moving at all, just sitting, when a human scientist came into the lab, and when that scientist grasped the peanut, the monkey's cell fired. Now, the monkey hadn't moved. It was the human that had moved, suggesting that this neuron up here couldn't tell the difference between seeing something and doing something. Seeing and doing were the same. Or more intriguingly, that for this neuron, watching somebody do something is just like doing it yourself. To demonstrate, he put me into this very powerful fMRI brain scanner that can peer into the brain while it's working. And he gave me some goggles so he could show me pictures when I was in there.
So you can see here the eyeball of Robert.
And once he had a good view into my brain...
Nice looking brain.
Thank you.
Robert, you're not supposed to talk when we scan you, all right?
Sorry. Then he said, okay, I'm going to show you a bunch of faces. And for each face, I want you to imitate it. So I did that. Then he recorded my brain while I moved my facial muscles.
We're going to do right away another one.
Okay. Then he said, okay, same faces, but this time, don't move a muscle. Just look. So I looked. When we checked the results, oh, there's my brain. I've never seen my brain before.
This is your mirror area.
Jacoboni says that the part of my brain that's working when I make a face, the same part gets busy when I see the face.
So if you're watching a cartoon with an angry or violent scene, your mirror neurons are firing as if you were doing the very same angry or violent act. It makes sense why Christ made this statement in Matthew 15:21-22. Ye have heard it said of them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. We know that the act of violating God's laws starts in the mind. Jesus illustrates it like this in Matthew 5:28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. Speaking about lust, what about the overly sensual characters that cartoons often portray? If we have these mirror neurons, could this be teaching our children to behave inappropriately? After all, we learn best from observing, right?
Monkey see, monkey do. I want to play with all the...
And we develop our notions of reality from the cultural mechanisms around us. And one of the most important cultural institutions that we have today is indeed the media. what's amazing when you look at Disney and Disney movies over the years is how little the image of females has really changed. You still have the same highly sexualized female body with the big breasts, the tiny waists, the fluttering eyelashes, the coy expressions, the seductress. These images seem very similar over the years, and even when they're in animal form, you know, you've got this very seductive little female animal.
Hello?
This presents people with a kind of notion of what femininity is about. This is not a mirror on society. This is not reflecting who women really are or what females really are. It is basically constructing notions of what femininity is. And these are not notions that necessarily Disney invented, but what they do with these notions is they caricature them, they wrap them up in this Magic Kingdom wrapper, and they sell them to children. And that's really the power of Disney.
When they're young, they're trying to figure out, what does it mean to be a woman? What do I look like if I'm a girl? What should I look like? And they'll focus on the most salient, dramatic images they can see. They don't necessarily think about, well, that doesn't look like the women I know in real life. They don't make those kinds of comparisons, because that's kind of like making a movie, putting a whole story together, doing logical comparisons. They think about one slide at a time. This is how it looks here. Gee, that's interesting. Maybe I want to look like that.
Jasmine in the Aladdin film, in which there's a scene where she becomes a seductress to distract the person who's after Aladdin.
I never realized how incredibly handsome you are.
That's better. Now, Pussycat, tell me more about myself.
Your beard is so twisted.
This I find very dangerous, because you have, again, it gives young girls the idea that that is the way that you get what you want. You use your body.
Even Toy Story 3 has subtle hints of sexual innuendos. So after meeting Barbie for only 5 minutes, Ken is ready to invite her to live in his home. This is a dangerous message that kids are being exposed to.
Hi, I'm Ken.
Barbie, have we ever met?
I would have remembered.
And in only 5 minutes...
Will I see you again?
Oh, I'll see you tonight. In my dreams.
No.
Ken, let's get a move on.
Barbie, come with me. Live in my dream house. I know it's crazy. I know we just met. Ah, heck, you don't know me from G.I. Joe, but when I look at you, I feel like we were made for each other.
Yay!
Yes!
Ken?
Coming, lad!
That true love is based on an external beauty, which causes one to be impulsive. The Bible is very specific about God's plan for giving us sexuality within the marriage context. There is a big difference between love and lust. Solomon, the wisest man to ever live, warns us very clearly in Proverbs 6:24-26, to keep thee from an evil woman, from the flattery of a tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life.
Hey YouTubers, I hope you liked this clip. It came from our documentary, Magic Kingdom. You can check out more videos from that series here, or you can rent them on our Vimeo channel or buy them from our store at littlelightstudios.tv. Don't forget to subscribe below, or check us out on Patreon, where we have rewards for the people who help us make more. Thanks for watching.